All right, guys. In this one, I'm going to be showing you step by step how I made a funnel that converts. Because you don't want to be making a funnel that gets you no appointments or gets you a bunch of appointments that are low quality or a bunch of appointments that just don't convert, right? So I'm going to show you our exact funnel that I built that gets us high converting appointments that are qualified, that show up. Those are the main things you need, right? High show up rate, they're qualified, and they're ready to be closed. So, guys, let's hop right in here and I'll walk you through our funnel step by step so you can just copy it. Copy this exact structure and implement it into your business. So, let's hop over to the funnel. All right. So, this here is our funnel. This is the first page, the landing page that people get sent to after they fill out our lead form, right? So, if you watch other videos, we're running Facebook and Instagram ads primarily, but also from our free school, they get redirected here. From our organic content, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they get redirected here as well. And so this is the landing page. And it's really important how you structure this landing page, because we've experimented with lots of different structures, but this is how you want to structure. This is a general structure you want to follow to get people to convert, right? First thing they see when they hop on. And before I go into that, let me preface, the most important thing is to make sure it is looking good on mobile, because I'm showing you this on computer just because I'm recording on computer, but 80% of people are going to be coming from mobile. That's just the way it goes. So make sure it looks good on mobile. Make sure it's high converting on mobile as well. And we can take a look at that after, but we're going to go through the bulk of this on desktop view here. So first thing, a call out, calling out your target audience, us agency owners doing 10K plus a month. And then it's start closing 10K deals by selling AI growth infrastructure. Because if agency owners, they're doing 10K plus a month, they're typically not selling 10K clients. They're typically not closing 10K deals. It's usually, 2, 3, maybe 5K monthly retainers. So when we call them out right away and then entice them with a line that is something that would be intriguing to them, start closing 10K deals by selling AI growth infrastructures, they're going to be thinking, firstly, what's an AI growth infrastructure? And second, how can I sell for 10K? That's what they're thinking. And they're thinking, hey, I'm an agency owner that's doing over 10K a month. And you just have the logo here just because. Always put your logo at the top. And then they read this and it's like, okay, what's next? Watch this video below before booking a call with us. Pointing down. And then it's our VSL. So as you can see here, this is very, very in-depth. It's a 20-minute VSL. I'm not going to go through this whole VSL here. If you want, I'll make a separate video on this VSL, really, really breaking it down on how to structure it and craft a high converting VSL, because it is so, so important. This is the most important thing on the funnel. And there's a couple main things that you want your VSL to include. Firstly, you want it to be calling out your target audience, same as the headline above. Do it again. And then you want to be setting the expectations of what you're going to go over in this video and what to expect on the call. That's the first thing. You want to give them a ton of information about your service, your product, the results, whatever it is, so that when they get on the call, they don't have nearly as many questions. They're still going to have some questions, but the last thing you want is your sales call to turn into a Q&A. And so you want to give them a ton of information in this VSL so that they have majority of their questions answered. If you can answer 75, 80% of their questions before they get on call, that's good. They're still going to have some questions, of course, but handle the bulk of them beforehand, because believe me, you do not want your call to just turn into them asking you a question and you just answering. Just a Q&A for an hour. That's the worst. And so that's very important. The second thing is social proof. Have your best 3 testimonials on here, but do not just put them in as testimonials like Ryan got to 20K a month in 30 days. That's too short. That's not relatable. You need it to be a story that the prospect can relate to. Let me see if I can find our testimonials in here. Let me see. Okay, so if you find the testimonials in our VSL, if you go through, it's a really in-depth story. Like, for example, on our VSL, where this is our partner VSL, so it's a bit quicker, just because I know the people that are going through this usually have typically have shorter attention spans. So our VSL, where we're selling to businesses, we lay out a story of how about how our clients who are using the testimonials, they started out struggling with X, Y, and Z. They started out struggling with a team of setters that they were paying $2,000 a month plus commission that was only able to make 100 calls a day each. And they were struggling with the time management of having to train them, manage them. They had some of them churning every couple months. We really lay out the story so that the prospect can relate to it. The prospect is feeling the same pain as your client, as your testimonial, and they can relate to their painful situation. And then you transition, you tell them how you implemented the solution to fix that problem, and the prospect's watching this video and they're relating to it. And then you lay out the crazy results that your client got, the testimonial. And we laid out that, hey, he started out with this, with X, Y, and Z pain. We implemented our solution. And at the end, he was able to be booking 250 appointments in the first month with, I think ours was like 50, he booked 50 appointments in the first 5 minutes after setting up the AI, and then was able to release or let go 9 of his appointment setters, and he was able to move the other 3 onto much more meaningful tasks in the business. When you laid out like an actual story that the prospect can relate to, they're listening to this and they're realizing, holy, this is exactly my situation. And so we have 3 testimonials, all with slightly different stories. So that way it's a greater chance that the prospect will relate to at least one of them. Then the other 2 are just bonus social proof that just are really good testimonials. And then the prospect sees these and they're like, oh my gosh, I relate so much with this guy's story. If they can help him, they must be able to help me as well. And that's the goal of the testimonials. And then the other most important thing with the VSL is you want to handle the main objections that you get on your calls. You want to pre-handle these in the VSL so that way when the client gets or the prospect gets on the call with you, they're already handled and you don't have to worry about them. Sure, they may bring them up still, but then you can reference the video and mention the same objection handling that you did prior. And so the main 3 objections that we handle is 1, will it work for them? Will the AI work for them? And that's done very, very much so with the testimonials. And then the other one is the trust. People are a little hesitant to trust AI. And so that's also done with the testimonials and other aspects of the VSL. The other one is the time. Do I really need to implement this right now? And that's where at the end we talk about how important it is. We talk about the trend adoption curve and how we're still at the beginning of the trend. And the longer they wait, the more competition is going to have the AI. So they can either implement it now and get ahead of everybody or be forced to implement it in a year or 2 years just to keep up with everyone. And that really handles that objection very well. And the other one we get is that we're young. I'm 20 years old. My business partner, Nick, is 19. Our team is all under 25. And so we get that sometimes. And so we just use social proof, tell them about our backstory. We ran agencies to 6 figures, all that sort of stuff, just to kind of handle that. That's a minor one. We don't get that one much, but we still just want to handle that on the call because we do get that maybe one set of every 30, 50 calls. And so we want to handle that beforehand. And so just handle all the main objections that you get in the VSL. If you're selling AI, use the exact ones I just mentioned here, and it will help you a lot. And then just underneath, a little text saying, please ensure you watch this video to the end. This will determine whether it is worth booking a growth consultant or not. If you don't watch this video, we will have to cancel the call. Just to let them know you have to watch this. Little line here just to say, we're looking forward to changing your life forever on our call. Build them up a bit more intrigue, excitement, and then this is the button to book. We do a walkthrough of the interface just to show them the dashboard, because a lot of clients want us to show them on the call. And so we were like, we spend 5-10 minutes showing probably about 50-60% of prospects the dashboard. So let's just put it on the funnel just to show them beforehand. And now a lot of them watch this beforehand, which is awesome. Then we have some testimonials here. Some of our better testimonials. Vish did 130K in the first 2 months of working with us. He was doing 20K a month before, collected 130K in the first 2 months. Wyatt Roderick, he's one of our friends in the space. You might be familiar with him. He's crushing it with the AI infrastructures. Absolutely awesome to see him crushing it. And he gave us a great testimonial as well on our work. Sarian closed his first 15K deal within 2 weeks of running ads. He's crushing it as well. And then we also have just some text testimonials here of other clients, and then a button. And so the testimonials, we're just going to keep adding testimonies here. We have actually a lot more now that we should add here immediately. But you just want to build this up as much as possible. The more testimonials that you add is never going to hurt you. So then we have another button underneath, and then some demo calls of the AI. This is specific for AI infrastructures. We put demos of the AI so people can hear it before they hop on call with us, because this is also, we used to show demos on the call. Every call, we'd spend probably 15-20 minutes showing them the dashboard and showing them a demo. So we said, let's just put the dashboard video on the funnel, on the landing page, and then put 3 demos of different industries on the funnel as well. And so that way, beforehand, they've already seen this, and then another button at the bottom here. So at this point, if they watch all of this, plus the testimonials, plus the dashboard, plus the VSL, that's already pushing like 45, maybe even an hour of content. And if they watch all this, they're super, super warm. And so let's go to the next thing here. And so what we have here is the qualification step. And so when they click book a call, the first question, do you specifically own an agency, consultancy, or high ticket online business? And so they have to pick, yes, I own this business. No, I'm going to leave this page immediately, or I'm looking to start one. And so with this, if they pick, no, I'm going to leave this page immediately, it will send them to our gold community. It won't let them book a call, but it'll send them to our gold community to be a member there. So that's how we disqualify them. And then here, same thing. If they pick they're doing 0 to 5K a month, because like we said, our target audience is 10K plus a month. So if they're doing 0 to 5K a month, it also redirects them, disqualifies them, and sends them to the gold community and the disqualification page. So I'll just pick this here. Let's move forward. So firstly, I'm going to show you the disqualification page. This is if somebody, like I said, picks no, I'm going to leave this page immediately, or 0 to 5K a month. So if they pick either of those 2 responses, it's not worth the time for them to book a call with us. If they go back through and book, sure, then they actually might be qualified if they're that determined to get on a call. But for the most part, they're not qualified. It's not worth the time for us to get on a call with them and have them take up a slot if they're making less than 5K a month, because it is a high ticket program, right? It's a 9K program. So if they're making less than $5,000 a month, there's a very, very low chance that they will be able to pay that. So here we just have a disqualification page. Unfortunately, it seems you don't qualify to work with us one-on-one. Don't worry, we still have a ton of resources for you. And so here we have a quick disqualification video. It's just a minute video where I'm telling them, hey, look, unfortunately, you're not qualified to work with us one-on-one right now. We still have a ton of great resources for you. And this is our free course and community. And if it was a mistake, you can still book here. And so bring them to the calendar. And so because, some people will make a mistake and they are qualified. And so that's that. And now let me go to, let's see if they were qualified, which is majority of people, they will get taken to the calendar page, which is obviously where they book a call. We have our testimonials below there again, just in case they want to take a look. But the calendar, let's say we're trying to book a call. 5 p.m. I'm not actually going to go through and book this call, but I'll show you. So we can go through here, name, email, phone number, and then these are some more questions just so that this information, our closers can see this info before the call. It'll be on the Google Calendar. They'll be able to see all of this info. Just makes it a bit easier. What is your business website? Our closers will take a look at that before the call as well. What are you looking to do with our AI infrastructures? Start, transition to an AI-based company and sell to potential clients, become an affiliate partner, add it to your list of services provided by your company, and implement it into your business. Just to give them, the closer, a better idea of what they're specifically looking to do beforehand. Let me take a quick sip of coffee here. And then please explain your business in 1 to 3 sentences. And so that's also just to give our closer a better idea of things. What's the biggest marketing or sales challenge holding you back from scaling right now? We like to get an idea of this as well, so we can see, because we also build the AI infrastructure into our client's business. When they become a partner, not only are they reselling it, and we give them all the resources to be able to sell it and implement it into their business, but we also build the AI into their business to automate their appointment setting, their customer service, their triage, reminder, confirmation calls. We build that in for them as well. So we like to know what their biggest roadblocks are. And then just asking how much money they have to invest, just to give our closer an idea. Because if they say, 5 to 10K or 10K plus, they are able to fully afford the payment up front, right? But if they say 2 to 5K, they are still usually have enough to be able to afford it up front if they see the value. And that's our closer's job, to let them see the value. If not, we get them on the payment plan of, 4K a month for 3 months, or the 0 to 2K. And so if they have 0 to 2K to invest, it's difficult. And usually what we'll end up doing is they may not have enough to invest, or we can, structure the payment plan. They might have enough to do the 4K a month for 3 months, or let's say they just are not financially qualified, but everything else was qualified. then we just send them to the gold community where they still get a ton of value. It's only $59 a month. And so if you guys want, I'll actually drop that link below to our Insight AI Academy Gold. We have a call later today in like 4 hours where we're going to get on, speak to everybody in the community, Q&A, and we have 4 calls a week on there and about 75 modules in there that really break down everything. So if you're looking to have a good kind of foundational structure built of how to sell AI infrastructures and leverage the greatest trend of the modern day, it's number one. The only other thing that competes with it is the internet. And so the AI is a crazy trend. If you want to leverage it and you want to learn about it, I'll put the link below and you can check out that community. It's $59 a month. And if you really don't like it, let me know, give me some feedback. You can cancel. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I think you guys would get a lot of value from it. So I'll drop that below for you. But let's get back to it. And so we ask, have you watched the pre-call video? This is super, super important. And we say, if no, do not book in before watching. Because as you saw, the pre-call video or / the VSL, it has a ton of information, really, really qualifies the prospect. So if they watched it, we know they're qualified. They know a lot. They have a lot of info beforehand. But if they didn't watch it, they're missing a lot, right? That's a huge difference between somebody who watched the VSL and somebody who didn't. So we make sure they did. And even if they hop on the call and they haven't, we'll either tell them to watch it while we're on the call, or we'll just reschedule and have them watch it, because it genuinely is a huge night and day difference between somebody who watched it and somebody who didn't, as you can tell by how much information is in there. And so just another question, just another micro commitment to get them to show up. Do you agree to honor your requested time slot and show up with all decision makers on the call? And then just yes, agree. So I'm not going to book here, but I will take you to the thank you page right now, which is where they get brought after they book. And this is the last step of the funnel itself. And so it's just congrats, your call has been booked. Important, complete these 3 steps. In this structure, I'm not going to lie, I got this completely from Ravi Abuvala. If you know him, he's absolute killer at all this. He's amazing at all this stuff. So this structure here for this thank you page I got directly from him, and it's amazing. So congrats, your call has been booked. Important, complete these 3 steps now. If you don't, we'll be forced to cancel your call. First thing is watch this 79-second video. It's just a quick thank you video and telling them what to do. It's watch this 79-second video and confirm your call. We show them how to confirm it. Just click yes on the invitation. And we tell them that if they don't, their call will be canceled. And then learn about our AI client engagement system, ACEs. And this is our VSL for our end users. And so what I can actually do, I believe, let me see. Yeah, and so this is the same video as the VSL, but just to make sure that they've actually watched it. And so this is very important. And then join our free course and community at the bottom. But that's the whole funnel, guys. And then as you can see, then they also get added to a bunch of automation sequences of SMS, email, reminder sequences, all that. And so this is just one small component. If you watch my other video, it's about 20-ish minutes of where I'm really breaking down our entire paid acquisition system. And I also made one about our entire organic acquisition system. That's where you can see the entire process. But this itself is the funnel. This is the key component of it, where you're nurturing them, you're giving a ton of information. You guys saw here how much is included in this. Typically, a lot of people think funnel, 1 page, 2 pages maybe. But as you saw here, there's about 6 pages total in this. And it's a lot of information. And this is what we use to make ourselves get very qualified people on the call. And when you make the change to this, expect, especially if you don't have something set up like this before, and then you do, expect to be getting less bookings. It's just the way it goes. You can't let it get to your head, because it's just the way it goes. You're going to get less bookings because you're getting rid of those unqualified people. You're going to get less bookings. Bookings are going to be more expensive, but it's worth it because you don't want to spend your time taking calls with people that aren't qualified. So I highly recommend you follow this exact structure that I broke down here, and it will make a massive difference for your business. And so after you implement this, drop a comment below. Let me know what kind of change you saw. If you saw better qualified bookings, or if you have any questions about this at all, just comment it below so I'll help you out. I can respond. And like I said, I'll drop the link to our community down below if you want to check it out. And like I said, we have a call later today. So if you see this before then, go ahead and join. We also have 4-week calls every week, so you can hop on there after. But yeah, guys, I really hope you got a lot of value from this. And this will massively improve the conversion rate and just the overall quality of bookings you're getting in your calendar. So hope you got a lot of value, and I'll see you in the next one.